Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
All right, I'm going to pull up Elise's text. And she wanted me to break down these 4 scenarios that have happened in the last 2 months with her boyfriend. And she wants your advice. She said, ask JJ if any of these 4 are cheating. All right, here we go. Do you consider it cheating grinding with someone on the dance floor for over an hour?
An hour?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like the dirty dancing, like the Jersey Turnpike move.
I don't, cheating? No, I would say that's
pretty
not
sensual.
Cheating. Not cheating.
Sexting with a coworker.
Sexting. Yeah, that's probably cheating.
All right. Skinny dipping with someone of the opposite sex. And here's the situation. He went to a friend's hot tub and there were 2 girls and 3 guys. And the 3 guys took off their trunks.
If nothing happens other than you're just letting your junk soak, then no, I don't think that's
That was
cheating.
really gross.
You got to soak it.
And then the last one, getting a neck rub from female coworkers every shift.
It's not cheating. I think all of these lead to the next level, which is probably cheating.
I think sexting is for sure cheating.
Sexting is, yeah.
Because I feel like sexting involves pictures, right? Most of the time.
Most of the time, probably, yeah.
You said no to all of them, basically, except for sexting.
The sexting one. The thing is that is a clear indicator that you want to do something more than just, be friendly.
I think if you're a guy and you show anything downstairs and have it out in the open, that's
if
cheating.
You flipped it around. If she was doing this, would they all be cheating on her boyfriend if she was doing all this? If she took off her top in the hot tub?
It's inappropriate.
Cheating? Is it cheating?
If he wasn't with her, it's inappropriate.
But is it cheating?
I don't know. It's a very gray line.
If she's sending sexy, flirty text to a coworker, is that cheating?
He's not texting us. She's texting
I know,
us.
I'm just saying.
So.
But because I think there's always a double standard. As much as everything wants to be equal and harmonious, there is a double standard. I think if a girl was getting a neck rub from a guy, is that cheating?
Why are they touching him all the time? Like, I would never. You and I have hugged twice. I told you I was pregnant. There was one,
yeah.
and then our first massive ratings book 15 years ago.
I'm not a hugger.
You hug Derek all the time.
I don't hug. Derek hugs me all the time, and I don't know how to get away.
But you smile.
Yeah, because it's uncomfortable, man.
I'm just saying, you don't hug people that you work with.
I hug my family.
Or
That's it.
Them.
That's pretty much it.
So, do you consider at which one, if out of all of them, do you consider cheating? And I feel like, Elise, girl, if you have this list, and there's probably more that you're just not telling us. So the first one, grinding with someone on the dance floor for over an hour. Next one, sexting a coworker. The other one, skinny dipping with someone of the opposite sex. And then the last one, getting a neck rub from female coworkers. She wants to know if any of this is cheating. I would say he's not fully.
I would say it's none of it's cheating, but it all leads to it.
Yeah. Maybe it's reminiscent to what you've gone through, what you're going through.
People are touchy people, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Terry, I would love for you to call. Angela, you should call. I just say cheater, pumpkin eater. There's it's
hard to come back from that, too.
Yeah.
If you find out that they're in the hot tub naked with somebody that's not you, that's hard to come back
But it was a group of people. We were all doing it. I don't care.
Soaking. Just junk soaking.
Yeah.
Hello, Angela. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Big plans for the day? What are you up to?
Not too much. It's my day off, so I'm just kind of hanging out.
Thank you for spending your day off with us. We were talking about this list. We got a text from a girl named Elise, and she was saying, well, you guys think these are cheating? So let me run down the scenarios again. One was if you get in the hot tub naked with somebody who's not your boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever the deal is.
Sexting with a coworker. Grinding with someone on the dance floor for over an hour. And then the last one was getting a neck rub from female coworkers.
This guy's for sure cheating on her, right?
Right. No, and no. You're cheating.
Yes, exactly.
You think the neck rub is a cheating move?
I mean, it's not really him being loyal.
Yeah, and I love this. It's like, would you have done any of those four, JJ?
Well, no, but
because
listen,
they're wrong.
Man, think about that. So if you
JJ, your wife should be.
Yeah, no.
JJ, your wife should be a little bit concerned.
Yes.
Here's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about, like, okay, when I was single, if I was dating Trisha, and I was
You're
at
not
work.
single if you're dating.
Okay, well, you said, okay, so if I was unmarried, but I was dating my girlfriend at the time,
Okay.
and if I had a coworker who, as they were looking over my shoulder at a project, gave me a shoulder rub, there might have been, like, energy there, but I wouldn't have considered it cheating.
Okay, so that's one time. She says that he gets neck rubs all the time from female coworkers.
Maybe he's got a neck problem. Maybe they're trying to help him,
Okay.
maybe they're trying to help get that knot out.
Oh, God. This is lost on him.
I don't know about that. There's something going on.
Yeah, for
What about
sure.
the hot tub thing? You ever been naked in a hot tub with somebody other than your significant other?
Absolutely not.
What are you doing tonight?
Gross.
Well, not that.
He hasn't cleaned his hot tub in so
my
long.
hot tub is disgusting. You wouldn't want to get in there. It's really horrible.
Well, thank you for taking the time, Angela, to tell us the obvious, because I absolutely agree with you. All of it is just not necessary.
Enjoy your day off, all right?
All right, thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. You are so funny. You would never do that. She would kill you. None of these are acceptable.
I think, again, if I had to state the obvious first, I'm afraid. I'm scared of my wife.
Yeah, at least you're not doing something right, because they have to be afraid of you. Who you're with as a female to a male, you have to frighten them.
I've been scared of her for a long time. So this is not an option. But your thoughts, hit us up. Trending today is making your neighbors jealous. These are the big things, outdoor features that people want, and they believe once they have them, they'll make their neighbors jealous. An outdoor drinks bar.
Okay.
If you put one out your back door, would your neighbors be jealous?
Probably. If I had a really cool patio set up, that'd be awesome.
A cozy seating area.
Okay.
So we've kind of got that around our fire pit. A pizza oven.
Ooh.
One of those big ones that look like a weird cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Number 2 on the list, a hot tub.
Yeah.
And then number 1, a guest house or a gazebo to hang out in. Like if you're just going to have a gazebo and put some lights up in there, maybe a hammock, something like that. So for me, I always thought it was the pool table that would make my neighbors jealous, but it's inside, you know what I mean? And when we got our hot tub, I didn't necessarily think it would make the neighbors jealous, but I thought we'd use it more than we do.
What a shame. I love hot tubs.
Yeah, we don't have the time. The boys have used it a lot for therapy, being athletes. And my wife and I usually find at least like one day a week to go down there and just kind of have a glass of wine and sit in there. It's just good to soak for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
A little more maintenance than I thought it was going to be, too. But ours is outside. What's really, really nice is in the winter when it's snowing to sit in the hot tub. That's what I really, really like. I don't use it that much in the summer. But is there one thing at your home that you think your neighbors are a little jealous of, either inside or outside?
I don't know. Maybe our home studio or our wall bar. Like if they were to look in.
Sure.
Like I love our wall bar. It's so clean, but like cool.
I don't think people outside of radio or unless you're hosting a podcast can appreciate the home studio.
Yeah.
I would say the bar, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the thing that you have at your home that is likely to make your neighbors jealous, either inside or outside?
We got some big news from the pop star Britney Spears herself yesterday on Instagram.
She writes, quote, "So I got a pregnancy test and, well, I am having a baby. This is Britney's 3rd child. She has 2 teenage sons with ex Kevin Federline."
Been a while since she's been a mommy.
It has been.
You know what I mean? Like a baby mommy.
I think like 13 or 14 years. And she wasn't even a baby's mom, like she wasn't given the opportunity. The poor girl was just thrust into this horrible situation with the conservatorship, her ex that wanted money. She wasn't able to be a parent. All of her hormones running back, definitely postpartum depression. It was like the perfect storm. So she said she's going to take this so seriously, yoga every day, talk about her problems. This is a great go around for her. I'm excited. All right. After announcing that her new son with Travis Scott was named Wolf, then she took it back. So she had unnecessary attention on that. But all the while, child dealing with postpartum, and she's talking about why she decided to make that public.
It just didn't feel right to go back like nothing happened. I felt like I just needed to say, just because I don't want any other, woman going through postpartum right now to look at me and think, oh, it's so easy for her. How is it not easy for me? So I just wanted to say something before I went back to life, like everything was okay. But I'm getting better every day. I feel good.
There you go. She has an army of people, and she has a lot of things at her disposal as far as, the best doctors and people to make her feel better, which a lot of women don't. So I think she's normalizing that. Camila Cabello, she was in the group Fifth Harmony, and she had horrible acne back then, and she was always really conscious of it, and she didn't want to do meet and greets because she thought people would make fun of her. But her mom gave her one of the best beauty hacks, and it works every time.
Put egg white on my face as a face mask. You leave it on for 10 minutes and then you wash it off. Anytime that I do it, it does make a really big difference. So that's a little Cuban mom beauty trick.
The natural you go, the best route it is, because it's all natural for your body. So I'm going to try it. I try everything. Blowing out their candles today, Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco is 35. Vince Gill, y'all, is 65. And David Letterman is 75. I forgot to have you dig up the audio from yesterday about that guy that synced up his Bluetooth. So what happened was this guy that lives downstairs is so sick of his upstairs neighbors, and all they did was just blast their music 24/7. He found that he can actually Bluetooth sync up with their speaker upstairs for some weird reason, and he ended up making his own little message whenever they'd blast their music.
Your music sucks.
This is going over there.
Turn it down. Your music sucks. Please turn it down. Please turn it down. Your music sucks. Your music sucks. Your music sucks. Please turn it down.
There you go. So he got the message across a little bit, but I just think some people weren't made to have neighbors. Some people were meant to live
I was a
off
horrible
the grid.
neighbor. When I was in college, I was a horrible neighbor. My roommate and I we lived in this apartment, and it was one of those where they cram 1,000 immigrant folk into an apartment building. Yeah. We lived with all these Russian immigrants that were in it. They all had parrots too, and they all cooked cabbage.
Really?
The whole place smelled like cooked cabbage, and we were like the biggest jerks because we had these big Serwin Vega floor speakers, and we would just turn the bass all the way up on our stereo, and we'd sit up drinking beer and playing video games till 2 a.m. We were bad roommates. I look back at it now, and I'm like, man, these poor people came to this country with a vision. They wanted a better life. They wanted to feed their parrot.
These ugly Americans are blasting their music.
Idiots, blasting their Dr. Dre and stuff like that. We were really bad roommates.
We had an awesome Russian community move in. My senior year of high school, Dimitri, they'd all wear these leather coats. No one didn't wear a leather coat. And then they had the Russian supermarket right across the street from my high school. And God, he was hot. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, bad neighbors. So I've never lived on the top floor ever. I've always had somebody above me at every apartment complex. And I remember one night, Derek's like, are they training for the Olympics upstairs? What is happening? And they would let their kids, the carpet, the tread.
like a track.
When you hook your dog up to the clothesline and there's just that solid mark around the tree, that's what it looked like in their carpet when they moved out. And I'm like, that explains it. All right, so Derek had read me a Facebook post from this girl he went to high school with, and she was talking about her neighbors and posting photos of what they've done to her house. They put tape all over her front door. They put an old hot dog in her mailbox. I forget the other stuff, but Derek goes, I swear to God, what neighbors thought that it would be okay if we had neighbors like that? We would run them out of town. I remember, are you friends with your neighbors? Would you hang with them?
Very cordial, yeah.
Cordial, but would you hang with them?
We'll have with Lainey and Scott. We'll have a beer every once in a while, and our newest neighbors. He's got this really awesome Corvette.
Yeah,
and I've been trying to make headway with him, but I don't think I'm the kind of guy you let drive your really, really, really rare, expensive Corvette. But our other neighbors down the street are Nolan's his little best friends. So
I remember Amos said, yeah, our neighborhood is awesome. If your garage door is open, that's like a welcome, come on in.
It's not so much that way in our neighborhood. But yeah, I mean, if you're, the problem is almost everybody in our neighborhood has a backyard. So your front door faces everybody else's front door, and your backyards are more private. So you rarely see if somebody's out there, with a fire or having a beer or whatever the deal is.
But you have bad neighbors. What's going on? And I mean, everyone's got a bad neighbor.
Hey, Felicia, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Great. Thanks for being on the show. What's up with your neighbor? How bad are they?
It's actually past neighbors. When I used to live at home with my parents, we were fighting a lot. But I think it's mostly the adults who fought it because we used to be friends before all the fighting started.
So what was the catalyst? Like, who started the fight initially?
I have no idea, honestly. I just know it got out of hand, and everybody was getting upset at everything. We all had four-wheelers, so we'd be driving down our property on four-wheelers, and everybody would complain, and we'd complain about each other, and it just got ugly.
Weird.
Hatfields and McCoys kind of thing. Now, what was the worst thing that happened out of all this feuding?
They have a dog that, we used to get along with it really a lot, but the dog got aggressive towards us and would come onto the property and bit my dad and then bit my little brother.
Oh, my gosh. So then...
there was a lot of...
You call the cops at that point or something?
Yeah, I think cops were called, and there was, we had court stuff go on and stuff, so it got, really ugly, and I was like, what's going on? As a kid, we used to hang out with their kids, because they were, our same age, so we were all friends, and then we were all, enemies, so it was really crazy.
You ever thought about putting an old hot dog in their mailbox?
No, because I was too scared of the dog.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you don't walk around with random hot dogs around your property, I guess.
No.
Well, so where's everything at now?
Well, I've moved out and got married and moved on, and my parents still live at the same house, and those neighbors ended up moving somewhere else. So, and they got different neighbors I guess they get along with now, but they, I actually saw him, my old neighbor, when I was working at one of my jobs, and I walked up, and I was like, I know I was just a kid, and, there was a lot of crazy stuff going on, but I was like, I'm sorry for all that bad blood. Neighbors should be, good neighbors. I don't know what happened, but I just want that all behind us now.
Yeah.
And I'd like to be able to say hi to you when we're in public. And he's like, I really appreciate that, and it's not a big deal, and it's all good.
They're not bad people, just something got in the way there, huh?
Adults should never fight with children. That's a little odd.
Oh, you've never fought a kid before?
I've never fought a kid.
You've never fought a kid before, Felicia?
You are literally alone. Read the room.
It's cool. One time.
One time.
All right. Hey, thanks for being on the show. Have a great day. My son Nolan, towards the end of hockey season, got dinged up pretty bad and tore part of his labrum. And since then, he's kind of going, relearning how to throw and stuff like that. And so baseball season, the beginning of it here, is a little bit trying because he's a catcher and you got to throw every pitch, right? And so he's kind of working through it, and he's going through physical therapy. And it's been really good for him because they're strengthening the muscles around his shoulders so that there's less of a chance of this happening in the future, right?
Yeah.
So somebody was asking, my wife and I, we were at a meat raffle for my daughter's lacrosse team over the weekend, and somebody asked, well, how's Nolan's shoulder doing? I know he got hurt. And I'm like, oh, it's good. The PT has been good for him, whether it's the at-home stuff or just going to the physical therapist and kind of working out his arm and going with some heavier weights and getting it built up and stuff. And the guy I was talking to goes, you know what my physical therapist told me? I should sleep without a pillow because I'm a back sleeper. And I said, wait, what?
Flat?
What? So he had some hip issues because he was a runner. He was a marathoner. And so he had some hip issues, and he's been going to physical therapy. And he said, my PT guy said, sleep without a pillow.
Really?
And I had naturally assumed he was psycho. So I started kind of asking around, and this is a thing. Now, the pillow industry is a $1 billion industry every year, whether it's the MyPillow or whatever you're going to buy. But is anybody actually sleeping without a pillow? This seems to me like if I came to your house and you invited my wife and I over for wine and cheese or whatever, and you showed me around and I looked at your bed and it was made and there weren't pillows there, I would assume you're a killer.
A pillowless bed. That would be weird. I don't remember ever being so picky about a pillow until a couple of years ago.
Because sleep is important to you now. It's an investment in your next day's better day. That's why.
Almost like the Princess and the Pea. You know that story where they put a pea under the mattress and you can feel it? Right. Like if it's just a feather off, I can feel it and I can tell, but I could never go pillowless.
So I wanted to toss this out. And knowing the broad audience we have, is anybody actually sleeping without a pillow. Shelby, how you feeling today?
Shelby.
Shelby, you still with us?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, were we bothering you?
Sorry we called you.
No.
Hey, no, I saw your text too. Tell everybody how you sleep. You don't sleep with a pillow under your head. You sleep with one over your head. Is that right?
So do I.
No, so when I was younger, I never slept with a pillow. It took me until probably like my late teens until I started. And then randomly I put one over my head because my mom does that too, just to like block the light. But I found one that's really heavy that I like, and now I'm really specific with it, and I have to like bring it on vacation and everything because I can't sleep without it.
I know. You know you're getting old when you bring your own stuff to a hotel like that because you just can't suffer the whole next day from their crappy pillows.
I mean, typically the hotels we stay at do have nice pillows, but not heavy enough that I like it to have.
So let me get this right. So you're not suffocating yourself. You're probably laying on your side and then putting the other pillow over your ear.
Right. Like I like it completely over my face and everything. My any boyfriend I've had or like sleeping partner or whatever, they hate it because then they want to cuddle and I'm like, leave me alone because this pillow is more important than that.
I can't find you.
Sound like a gym. Are you dating now?
Yeah.
Okay, and this hasn't gotten in the way of your current relationship yet?
Oh, no, he hates it.
Okay, well, good luck with the rest of that. Thanks for sharing with us. I appreciate you.
Yeah, have a great day, guys.
Yeah, you too, Shelby.
Yeah. I find
with
that
a pillow over your head too.
Yes, I have one under my head, one over my head, one in between my knees, and then one wedged in between my breasts.
You have 4 pillows you're working with every night.
But then I hug it, and it's like so comfortable. If I don't have that combo, I mean, clip my whiskers.
And do you have to bring all of these to a hotel, or does your husband not get any if you stay at a hotel?
We ask for extra.
I order ahead of time.
Yeah. So
this is fun. You have a weird sleeping arrangement. It just started with people that don't use pillows. Then we found out about the water pillow. Yep. Then we found out about the Shelby suffocate yourself situation. Then we found out about the cat. I got to have 4 pillows situation. If there's something weird going on, will you share with us what yours is? I feel so generic. Like you just have
one pillow.
Well, I have one pillow. And I lay on it. And then I've got my wife over the years has accumulated long pillows for decoration, big puffy pillows for decoration on our bed. So I just kind of grab whatever's around and just kind of roll over on it. I just like in a hotel situation, I'm as good as I'll just lay back. It's over.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You know who else did that? Dahmer.
So my youngest son is 14, got dinged up playing hockey towards the end of the season and is going through some PT for his shoulder. At first they thought it was like a 50% tear in his labrum and he was going to have surgery, and then it's like 6 to 8 months. Ugh. And he would have missed all 3 baseball seasons. Luckily, it was only about a 10% tear, and with some physical therapy, he's pretty close. Like, from his catcher stance, he can make the throw. It's just if he had to make something like from third base, he can't get his arm all the way back. So, working on it.
Pitching is out of the question.
Yeah, we decided about a year and a half ago that he couldn't really do pitching and catching anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just too much arm action, and left it up to him. We said, what do you want to do? And he's like, I'd rather catch. And so I like that because catchers are usually kind of a captain of the field, and I think you got a better chance to play more the older you get if you're a catcher, regardless. So he's going through this PT, and I was telling a guy about this over the weekend, and he said, my physical therapist said to sleep without a pillow because I'm a back sleeper. So he had some hip and back injuries because he was a marathon runner, and he said, I don't sleep with a pillow. And the more I thought about that, I thought, how odd would that be if you went to someone's house and you saw that they didn't have any pillows on their bed?
Well, they'd have decorative pillows.
A dude that lives alone has no decorative pillows.
If I slept on my back, I swallow my tonsils is what happens because they're so massive. So I'd be like, ah.
Really?
So
you kind of gag yourself, huh?
Yeah.
Hi, Natasha. How are you?
I'm good.
I saw your text. You don't necessarily sleep without a pillow, but you sleep with a what kind of pillow?
A water pillow.
Weird.
Now,
is this like a hot, like my dad thinks hot water bottles will fix anything. Like he's like medicine. And so my whole life, like if he had an earache or something like that, he'd give you a hot water bottle and you'd like sleep on it.
Yeah,
so
describe the water pillow.
Yeah.
So I had hurt my neck, and my chiropractor's like, okay, well, how do you sleep at night? And I was like, well, I sleep with a pillow. And he's like, well, what kind? And I said, a My Pillow. And he goes, okay, that's a better choice, but you should try a water pillow. So basically, you have this pillow, and you fill it with water, and then you can put it how hard you want it, how soft you want it, and then you lay down. If it sounds sloshy, that means there's still air in it. You have to let the air out. I love it. I sleep better. My neck doesn't hurt anymore. The only time my neck hurts is if I take like the blanket and put it under my neck or something.
Yeah.
But even like with my husband, I will, sometimes he'll steal it. It's really heavy, so he has to like take it. But if he's snoring and like, you know, like, cause like your neck will go in, or your chin will go into your neck, and that'll cut off your breathing. I'll sometimes take his pillows, and then he'll sleep without a pillow, and then he'll instantly stop snoring.
Wow. I should do this with my wife. Oh, hey,
we got from Sleep Number one of those like ergonomic pillows. Do you remember that?
And I do. I still use it.
It's pretty comfortable. I looked up a water pillow. They range from like $33 to $130.
Can you, like during the summer, if it's like a hot night, can you fill it up with cold water? Will that keep your head cool?
Yes. Yes. They say that like you can do like lukewarm water or you can do cold water. So My Pillow actually stays pretty cool. I love it. It also depends on like your pillowcase. I use one of them fancy silk pillowcases because it's better for your hair.
Look at you, so bougie. Ooh.
It's true. It works.
But mine was about $55.
55.
Has it ever leaked on you yet?
Yeah. No. The only time it's like water gushing out is when I went to like squeeze the air out, and then my 4-year-old said she wanted to help, and then all the water spilled everywhere. But it's got a special device that you have to have like this special tool to open it up.
Okay.
So I think it's pretty cool.
I'm going to get one for Derek. I think Derek would benefit from this.
Say that last part again.
Really heavy. So
oh, it's heavy. Okay, I got you.
If you throw your pillows off, when you throw your pillows off when you make your bed, don't actually throw that pillow because it will make a loud thump.
So if you get in a pillow fight with one of your kids, you're probably going to give them a concussion?
Pillow fight.
Didn't even think of that.
That's exactly what I thought of first. So, hey, thank you for being on the show. The water pillow, apparently the way to go. I appreciate you, Natasha.
Radio Paparazzi.
Selena Gomez, she decided to stop off at Jack in the Box, and she has a message for all the people on TikTok.
So I be trying to stay skinny, but I went to Jack in the Box and I got 4 tacos, 3 egg rolls, onion rings, and a spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
but honestly, I don't care about my weight because people bitch about it anyway. You're too small. You're too big. That doesn't fit. I am perfect the way I am.
Yes, you are, girl. And all that food sounds great, but they sell all those fusions at Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
I thought it was just burgers.
You've never been to a Jack in the Box, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, yeah. They
right
got
before the E. coli situation back in 95.
The spicy chicken sandwich there is lit.
Is it? And then they have egg rolls?
Yeah.
How weird that they would have all that.
It's a little more bougie in L.A. than it is in, like, some other places.
Jack in the Box?
Yeah. Well, it is because I'm telling you, celebrities will roll through and they want egg rolls there. So they carry them.
Okay. Kim K, she is sharing the things that she loves about her boyfriend, Pete Davidson.
He's just super genuine, and it's just really fun to just hang out and do nothing and watch TV and just do nothing. That's my favorite thing.
You can be with anyone distracted, but you can't be with anyone and do nothing.
I love that he's kind and really, really thoughtful. He's the most thoughtful person. And I love the chemistry that Kim and him have together. It's really sweet.
Kim and him is fun to say.
Yeah, Kim and him. When we were talking to John Edward yesterday, JJ had no idea that he's been on episodes of Keeping Up, and that is because he's like her main psychic. And I asked if he's going to be on the next season. He said no. But I also asked, did you see the situation between Kanye and that he wasn't quite the one for her? And he said yes, but he couldn't quite tell her that, and he couldn't tell us what he told her. It was like confidentiality, whatever. But I thought it was interesting. For her 6th engagement and second from this guy, Ben Affleck, he gave her yet another engagement. I wonder if she gave him the first one back.
I bet she did. She's loaded enough where I bet she gave it back.
This one estimated to be worth $5 million plus because it's a green diamond.
So a natural colored green diamond is so rare because it gets its green color from being close to radiation under the Earth's surface while it's being formed. You rarely see these out and about because they're so hard to come by.
So, speaking of J-Lo, A-Rod was doing Sunday Night Baseball, and co-host Michael K. trolled him about J-Lo.
It's a great time in sports. You have a new Masters champion, the NBA playoffs about to start, baseball's in the full swing, people getting engaged. I mean, it's a happy time.
It's racing. Happiness and world peace is what we're looking for.
You know what? I think of Gandhi and you. That's how I am.
The 2-1 pitch.
I just love how out of nowhere, like A-Rod's mouth is open, he's catching flies, not really paying attention, and then hits him like a Mack truck.
He
it was
just
so
trolled
funny.
me on national television.
Blowing out their candles today, we have Ed O'Neill turning 76. Shannon Doherty is 51, and I don't know if she's in remission or not, but she's still fighting that good fight. Claire Danes is 43, and Herbie Hancock is 82 today. Are you aware that there are still Kmarts in the area? I had no idea that there were still Kmarts.
Like a few left.
One is closing in New Jersey this week. That will leave only 3 left in the entire country. We have so many questions.
I'm Robert Stack. This is Unsolved Mysteries. There are only 3 Kmarts left in America. Which one will be the sole survivor? Why don't they just put them out of their misery? What does the K stand for? Why don't the Kardashians buy them? And the biggest mystery of all, how am I still hosting while I'm dead?
So weird.
Weird stuff.
Everybody called me weird. I am weird.
You don't think this is a little weird?
No, I don't think it's weird at all.
Weird news.
What's weird?
So I watched this video. It was crazy. This woman, and I would say this would have been my mom about 10 years ago, but they're calling her Karen because she decided to leave this restaurant and just take their glass water carafes with her.
Ma'am, please give me back our property.
Oh my God. You guys charge $70 for these bottles.
What are you about?
Crazy?
Ma'am, what are you talking about? We do not sell those.
And you're worried about something that I paid $70 for.
You did not pay $70 for that.
Yeah, I did.
Don't even, there's no possible way. It doesn't exist. Okay, give me the other bottle.
Bye.
Give me the other bottle.
Hey. She's driving a Porsche, stealing glass water bottles from this restaurant. And if she paid $70 outright for them, why is she hiding it in her cardigan? Like, she walked out with all these water bottles in there, but convinced she paid for it with some crazy imaginary money. And that is what's weird. A manhole explosion. So when you go to New York, you're kind of like, as a tourist, heightened, like understandably so. There are things that happen in New York. And
after 9/11, everybody you're in that environment.
Any loud explosion is going to send you running. And it happened in Times Square over the weekend. There was a manhole that exploded.
I actually don't know.
I don't know what it is.
Listen to that.
What is it? I don't know. I heard something.
They had an aerial view of what happened. They just said that there were some cables that got crossed underneath the manhole. And something as simple as that.
I think there's a lot of gas down there, too. You know what I mean? Whether it's methane or whatever. And I'm assuming the smallest little spark could probably set something off and create a whole bunch of pressure.
Good morning, people.
What on earth is that?
It looks like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Is it?
Warm and delicious.
It's National Grilled Cheese Sandwich Day.
Love grilled cheese sandwiches. It's just good old comfort food. It's showtime.
God, grab your ketchup. I love a good grilled cheese with some cold ketchup. Do you eat it like that? Have you ever had ketchup with your
Yeah, of course. I'm more
Jared
of a
thinks it's psycho.
Tomato soup kind of guy with my grilled cheese. Speaking of psycho, if you do a grilled cheese sandwich with anything other than those Velveeta singles that you got to unwrap individually, you're a sociopath.
Yeah. That's why they were made, for that specific sandwich.
And is there anything better than after you go out on a night and having some fun with your friends, the next day you wake up a little bit late, grill one of those up at about 11 a.m. with heavy butter in the pan and then 2 slices of cheese?
What you do is butter in the pan, but mayo on the outside.
Oh
my God, you gotta try it. It's so good. Celebrate today.
Let's begin now.
All right, let's get Tuesday crack-a-lagging. How you living, Kat?
I am good. How are you?
Good. Give me something good from yesterday. What was exciting? Tell me something fun about about your day?
Well, I had some friends meet me for a belated birthday, so that was lovely. Got
Was your birthday?
Huge succulent plant, and so that was a lovely start to my afternoon. Had a coconut chicken salad, so that was delicious.
That does sound good.
Oh my God, it was so good. And then I played some basketball with Liam. I had to send out the new baseball schedule, which I don't know if there's a day without baseball. It looks very, very demanding.
Got to cram it all in, man.
I guess so. And then made Monterey Jack pork burgers with a vinaigrette onion garnish, and it was phenomenal. Liam said this is bussin' 20 times. My child did.
You made that from scratch?
Well, HelloFresh.
Oh.
Thank you, sir.
I was, you're
But
welcome.
I could. I mean, that's how easy those HelloFresh recipes are. It's forever up here now.
Yeah, but part of it is like you wouldn't think of that.
I wouldn't think of having the vinaigrette
Right.
in my house. That's what Derek said. He loves HelloFresh because it's all the stuff that we wouldn't like smoked paprika.
You're
Would I ever keep that in my
more
house?
elements to your palate.
I think I might pick some of those elements up at the grocery store next time I'm there. But yeah, once you make a recipe, it's like they're so easy that you remember. So
I performed plumbing last night at a high level
Is this
without
code?
any. No, not code. But our new quartz goes in today.
Yeah.
And so I had to disconnect all the plumbing, and I've done it with the sinks upstairs when we got new vanities, and I did it at the cabin. But this was a little bit more of a project with our kitchen sink today because of the garbage disposal, and I was really, 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 really afraid of it. And then I watched a YouTube video, and a guy showed me a trick, and it
okay.
slick, baby.
I hope it goes back together swimmingly. I hope there's no issue.
Nope, no issue. It'll be back together in less than 5 minutes because your boy has got plumbing skills.
Good.
I feel
I'm excited.
I feel like twice the man I used to be just by getting that little bit done. I sat there. I went, what? And my wife was in the other room. She goes, what happened? What's wrong? Like, she fully expected to hear water, like, rushing all over the floor.
Yeah.
I go, I got it done. She's like, well, that's good. I'm like, but nothing ever goes this slick. I was like kind of waiting for the other shoe to fall, and it didn't.
Hasn't fallen yet. All right.
So very excited to get home to that.
Did you take it before?
Yeah, we got a bunch of befores.
Okay.
And so, I'll post the afters after it gets done today. But I think we're finally going to get our full first baseball game in tonight.
Yeah,
Like,
ours is next week already.
The weather holds. We were supposed to have 2 already, but weather's just been kind of, being a hindrance to high school baseball. So very excited for that.
So this is Ashley Graham, the model. She had a baby maybe 2 years ago, and then she got pregnant with twins, and she just gave birth to those twins, and she's seeing that there are a lot of things happening to her body.
Jesus, take the wheel, take it from my hands.
Oh my God.
'Cause my hair is coming. It's coming out. And I'm 3 months postpartum.
All right. That little nervous laugh at the end. This is my job to look amazing and all my hair is falling out. But it's just one of the side effects of having a baby. I did not have thinning hair, but there were other things that happened to my body. Let's talk about not just postpartum, but like during pregnancy, the weird stuff that happened to your body.
What was the
that
most
happened,
shocking to you?
Nipple hair.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm just going to throw it out there because if you are pregnant with a boy, you sprout hair in places
I don't
that
know if
you
that's a boy
just don't.
versus girl thing.
I don't think your wife is honest with you. So I think it is the boy testosterone running through your body. It's absolutely not a myth. It happens to your body.
You're telling me if you're pregnant with a girl, you don't get the nipple hairs?
Well, one, I've never been pregnant with a girl, but my doctor said that was one of the
she was trying to
contributing
make
factors.
you feel better.
I don't think so. I think it happens to a lot of women. Google it. Hey, Alexa, do women get nipple hair when they are pregnant with boys?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
Damn it.
See? She knows everything.
Alexa doesn't know anything about nipple hair.
Of course. Alexa, what do you know about nipple hair?
Oh, no, she's going to show off.
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Really? Out of everything on the web, she doesn't know anything about nipple hair?
Alexa, does Kat have more nipple hair than everybody else?
If she says yes, that thing's going out the window.
This might answer your question. A cat has 6 nipples.
All right. We're good.
I need some support from women that have had boys, because if you've had a boy and a girl, And you've noticed that? Like, that was one thing that freaked me out because I'm like, never have I ever put a finger down, had nipple hair. And I was like, no, now I have to keep my finger up because I have had a boy. But it's something I don't deal with now. It must have been just like while it was going through my body.
Weird.
And now it's gone.
We've been having babies for how many thousands of years, and this is still one of the side effects.
Yeah.
Really? Like the evolution
Why
hasn't
wouldn't it be?
gotten past it. I
It
don't
makes
know.
sense.
Oh, there's no reason for it. I'm saying there's so many things now that the human has evolved past because it didn't serve a purpose. Like, what would have, say you're a cave woman, what would have served the purpose of having nipple hair at one point?
Oh, Lexi had nipple hair. Love it. Look at all these liars. Shelly, you're a liar. Valerie, Chris, you're liars.
People will remember the show today mostly from the nipple hair conversation where we asked Ashley Graham, the model, was saying that as part of her postpartum, she's losing her hair in big chunks and it'll come back. But got us kind of talking about, what the weird stuff happened to your body was when either you were pregnant or you had that baby. And
we had that girl call and she had that milk duct under her armpit.
Oh, you're right.
That?
She was able to squirt milk out of her armpit.
Yeah, she looked down and she's like, why is my daughter's head all wet while I'm nursing? And there was milk coming out of her armpit.
Yeah, it was all over the baby's forehead.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That's wild.
So Kat has admitted to basically it looked like she had buckwheat in a headlock.
That's not true.
With the amount of nipple hair she had.
I would say there were about 3 or 4 that sprouted per nip. And I was like, I was alarmed, but then I asked my doctor, she goes, it's because you're pregnant with a boy. It happens
That's
more
a
often
myth.
than you think. The testosterone is going through your body of like crazy hormones and it happens. And then it went away. So it was just there to make a little appearance to make me nervous. I was like, no.
Trying not to say areola here, but I'm saying hi to Ariel. It's all that's going through my head right now. How are you today?
I get that joke a lot.
Now, tell me what happened to you when you had your baby. That was a little bit odd. You weren't prepared for it.
So my firstborn was my son. And when I was pregnant with him, my husband actually noticed it. He's like, you have hair starting from your belly button going down. He's like...
Oh, and he's perfect, right?
Boys call this a treasure trail.
Yes. So he's like, I think you have a treasure trail.
And did you talk to your doctor about like sprouting these hairs like crazy? Or
he said that it's because it probably was a boy.
Y'all
kidding me?
It's all over the internet.
So weird.
Just because Alexa didn't have the answer, I talked to my doctor. I just looked on the internet. It confirmed that when you have the overstimulation of hormones, it's gonna.
Now, how
like that.
thick was the treasure trail? Was it?
It was not that big.
Okay,
braidable,
but noticeable.
No, it's not braidable.
And did you shave it then, or did you just let it run wild and be au naturel until the baby came around? Or
I mean, it developed probably around. I was probably like 26 weeks, and I was like, "What is this? Like, there's just excessive amount of hair." I mean, it was literally a strip. It wasn't like a lot of people could notice it. I guess unless you went up close to it.
You should have really creeped your husband out and just like stared at him and like swirled it with your finger.
But let's
He's
say,
like, is this a thing?
let's say you went to the grocery store and you had one of those pregnant shirts on that actually, when you reach up to the top shelf, they pop up a little bit.
Yeah.
What if I noticed it from down the hall?
Oh, no.
No, okay.
Oh, that would have been terrible.
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 104.7 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend.